Hello everyone. This game does not appear to have a windowed mode, which is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. So that means I can't keep an eye on OBS while I'm recording. Anyways, hello, welcome to Indie Showcase Sunday. This week we are playing Speed Dating for Ghosts. It seems like a kind of silly, fun game. We're definitely not gonna 100% it, I think. Probably just do like one run through it. So let's check it out. Start the game. Oh, hello there. You must be here for speed dating. My name's Fran. I run this little operation. Nice to meet you, Fran. You're a nice one. We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones, a few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. Has been pretty difficult. It has? Wonderful. Then let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one, and sit at a table. Makes sense, doesn't it though? Another ghost who also signed up sits across from you. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings, and you switch seats. A bell rings from somewhere. Just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds, and at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How's all that sound? We'll see. It'll be an experience at least. First things first though. Choose your room. Palms, liars, or black. I think we'll go with liars. The room of liars looks a bit like a conference hall. The kind you might see in an airport hotel. There was a meeting of regional managers here yesterday, followed by some couple's 65th anniversary in the evening. They left a few balloons behind. Worn, plush stacking chairs are set on either side of lacquered oak tables. In one corner, there are wine glasses and a metal pitcher of water, alongside a stainless steel urn for coffee. Ghosts don't need coffee. One particularly nervous ghost is holding a cup anyway. Some habits never die. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Are you the one who was drinking coffee? Ah! A ghost! Oh god. Sorry. Of course you're a ghost. We all are. I'm still not used to this whole being dead thing. I'm not that scary. No, you're not. But you're still a ghost. When I was alive, I was so scared of ghosts. It started when I was little. A movie I saw. I pushed my bed against the wall. I told my mom it was so I wouldn't fall out. I couldn't sleep unless my back was against that wall. Why were you scared? I'd picture the worst ghosts. Devils, dark entities, hateful things floating in the dark, hiding in mirrors, watching, standing behind me. And now I learned they were there? Everyone who told me that there was nothing to be afraid of, they were wrong. Ghosts are real, and I am one. It's not so bad. For you, maybe. I'd rather not become what I fear. You get used to it. I don't want to get used to this. I'm not the type to deal with it. When something's wrong, accepting it doesn't make it less wrong. What's wrong with being a ghost? I wish I didn't have to explain this. It's hard to explain. Being a ghost it feels unnatural. And I know that's why it's supernatural, but I existed. I could touch and feel, get sick and lose consciousness. When all that ended, shouldn't I have ended too? Ah! The bell rings. Sorry, buddy. Oh, that was just the bell. I guess we'll talk more in a bit. I wonder what the other ghosts are like. Another ghost appears. Whoa, you look cool. Well, look what we have here. The ghost's voice creaks like an ancient wood. The name's Spooky Peter. He tips his hat. Dust spills off the brim. How do you do? I do okay. I'd wager otherwise. Like maybe you're scared. Like maybe you've seen a ghost. Spooky Peter laughs. Or coughs. It's hard to tell. I'm not scared of you. Don't be lying to me. I can tell when someone's lying. I've been doing this a while. My record of hauntings goes back long as the door. Since the Black Death took me in 1665. Oh, are you a plague doctor? You've seen a lot then. History happened. Wars. Revolutions. Mostly I read about these things. Mostly I keep to my own. Spooking and scaring. Gotten pretty good at it. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you. But you can tell when it's me. The top hat. The fear. All hot and sick. Nobody spooks him like Spooky Peter. Spooky Peter is the Hat Man. Are you the devil? No, I try my best. Do you? Guess I see it. The potential, I mean. I can help with that. Teach me your spooky ways. Now. Spooky Peter doesn't just teach anybody. A rock has potential before you throw it through a window. What makes you any better? I make unplugged stereos blast music. Okay, that would scare the crap out of me, though. You saw that in the pictures. These new conveniences, stereos and microwave ovens. They are fun to play with, but they can be explained. Bad wiring and faulty tubes. However, if you've already spooked someone, a microwave turning on will get them good. So how's that for a lesson? What else you got? Slow down there, bedsheet. Learning to spook 'em takes time. If a legendary spookin' is what you're after, and Spooky Peter's gonna take you under his wing, so to speak, you'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spookin' is in the details. I like Spooky Peter. The bell rings. The bell. It means we move on. Guess I'll be seeing you when I come back around. I don't know why I gave him that voice. That's just kind of how I feel like he should sound. A thick layer of dust now covers the table. Whoa. Oh, that's bright. Another ghost appears. Wanna make some money? Excuse me? Do you want to make some money? Dollar bills, cashola, you know the stuff. I understand what money is. Good. Then you understand why I want more. Do ghosts even need money? Technically, no. We don't buy things. But money buys something else now. Favors with the breathers. Influence. Information. The living always want the money. The living buy plenty. The name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks. Don't judge. You rob banks? Banks. Financial institutions. Cash condos. You know the joints. I know what banks are. Good. You passed the test then. You meet my impossibly high requirements. A ghost who knows what a bank is. Let's do this. The problem with robbing banks? People see the robbers, but you can't see it ghosty. We can walk right in and float that money right on out. Genius, right? It's the perfect crime. I can't believe I'm humoring you. You know it'll be a good time. We might get money out of it. And what are the consequences? Are the cops gonna arrest a ghost? No. No, they are not. I guess there's no harm in hearing you out. No harm at all, at the very least. It'll break up all the gloom in this room. Leon looks around at the other ghosts. Yeesh. The bell rings. Nuts. Time to switch seats. Don't worry, I'll be back. We got more to talk about. The second round begins. The other ghosts, they were not as nice as you. Leon's just a creep, and Spooky Peter, that name is earned. Also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Kyo. Sorry. No need to be sorry. No need, sure. I'm still sorry though. My anxiety gets the best of me, and social situations are tough. This one especially. Spooky Peter's been around. I think he's actually just dust. My rule? Never trust anyone who wears a hat. The stuff he said to me. The hairs behind your neck know me. It's best to hide in the corner of their eye. He's what I was afraid of as a kid. He said I had potential. If he sees something in you, I'd worry. Go to a medium. Try to get rid of that something. Maybe he's right, though. That's scary. You're scaring me. I'd steer clear of him if I were you. You're not like these other ghosts. I'm sure thankful for that. At best, dating ghosts is frustrating. Everyone asks the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. It's Videodrome, by the way. My favorite movie, I mean. I have not seen this, but I know that this is a reference to it. I have seen, like, screenshots of it and stuff. I don't really know what it's about. But sure, let's go with the reference. Long live the new flesh. Ha! You know it! Sometimes I feel like a VCR. Obsolete. Out of date. No new stories to tell. I still have my VCR. Nice. I love meeting fellow fans of dead media. So, do you want to hear how I died? If you want to talk about it. Might as well get it out of the way. I was in film studies, working my way toward a PhD. In debt, always pretty sad. I had good friends though. I was always studying. One weekend, they convinced me not to study. They said we should go to the lake instead. I couldn't swim. I never learned. You see where this is going. I drowned. Everything went black and quiet. I woke up dead in a fancy wooden box. Under 6 feet of dirt. How the heck did you drown? First I was in a canoe. Then I was in water. Then I was in dirt. After I died, my spirit separated from my body, like it does for everyone. I fell right through my coffin, through my own body, down, 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 into the bedrock. It was so dark. What did you do? I seized up. That actually stopped me from falling. When I freaked out, it was like my whole body became corporeal. Not flesh, just like... You know how if you concentrate, you can still pick up objects? Like that. Except I was the object, and the earth was holding me. It was so quiet there, stuck in solid rock. How did you get out? I pulled myself up, away from the heat below, sort of clawed my way to the surface, through the earth. I felt the rock moving through me. Drowning wasn't as bad as that. Listen, I'm sorry I've been such a downer. I promise I'm not always like this. I was thinking, maybe we could go out sometime? Somewhere quieter, maybe. With fewer loud bells and spooky Peters. You know, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Sure, I'd like that. Yay. I can't wait to do something with you that isn't talking about myself. Sorry. The bell rings. See you after we're done. Do I have to choose just one? Because I would also like to see Spooky Peter again. My spooky protege returns. What knowledge do you seek, protege? I want to know it all. In time. A truly spooky ghost requires one thing. One thing above all else. Patience. What spooks Spooky Peter? Not much. Though I will say, I ain't so fond of beasts. What kind of beasts? The domesticates. Hounds. Felines. You're scared of cats? Spooky folk like me rely on a certain covertness. I can't just be all clanging about, announcing myself. That's not so spooky. Cats, they can sense Spooky Peter. They know I'm there. If I hide in the closet, they'll scritch and scratch at the door, start yowling, even run around in the dark, to wake the owners, I wager. It's trouble, let me tell ya. A real impediment. Spooky Peter wheezes. Something's rattling around in there. You okay? Pay the rattle no mind. I died with it. It stays with me. You ever been to the mirror world? There's a mirror world? What's that? The place beyond this. But the same as this. You've seen it, but always looking in. The bell rings. If you fancy another lesson, come on by that edge of things. I'll show you around the other side. I'd like that. Maybe you think you'll like it. Seeing it's another thing entirely. Some things spook even Spooky Peter. I love Spooky Peter. God, why is your color so bright? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. You'll come in with me while I get a third ghost to watch the door. Do you know which bank yet? Absolutely. A secluded branch up on 4th. Bored tellers, lots of older customers. It's a great place to hit. How did you find it? A friend put me on it. He's trustworthy, don't worry. Leon pulls out some graphing paper. I drew the layout in pencil. I probably didn't need so much detail, since we're going in the front door. I just figured it's best to be prepared. Wait, does this mean you're interested? No promises yet. Hey, it's something. So, after we get in the bank. Oh man, think fast. We got company. Leon frantically puts the graphing paper away. So then I says to the priest, "What are you two talking about over here?" "Oh, hey, Fran. How's it hanging?" "We've had complaints, Leon." "About my cologne?" "You know what about." "I promise I don't. I'm just looking for love. Just like all the other ghosts. Just like my friend here." Fran stares at Leon, like she'll see the truth in his eyes. "Fine, but I'm watching you. Both of you." That was a close one. Thanks for not ratting me out. No problem. I got a good feeling about this. We're gonna be rich. I I don't need the money. The thrill, then. I've been chasing thrills all my life. I stole candy when I was 9, switched to stealing beer at 14, stole my first car a year later. I hit up convenience stores, drive-ins, even held up a laundromat once. I threw my back out, carrying all those quarters. Did you ever get caught? Big or small, every heist has a hitch. 3 or 4 went so bad I was in and out of jail, but it wasn't anything serious until I got a crew together and started doing banks. Even country cops took that seriously. Caught me good after 5. I spent the rest of my life behind bars. So you have unfinished business. Nothing so dramatic. Stealing's just all I know. It's a hobby, a talent, the love of my life. The bell rings. That's our time. You've heard my pitch. Gotten to know me. A little more than I like. So, what do you say? Yeah, I'm good. Turn him down. Fair enough. You know the plan. You know me. If you change your mind, I'll be at this branch. At this time. Leon slides you a slip of paper. It's been a slice. Choose your date. I gotta go hang out with Spooky Peter. I'm sorry, Kyo. I'll come for you another time. You arrive for your date with Spooky Peter. A hall of mirrors at a roadside carnival. A clown's face, all smiles and menace, watches over the entrance. Welcome to my home. Inside are twisted corridors lined with mirrors. With only a slight reflection, it's especially disorienting to navigate these halls. Spooky Peter leads you to a specific mirror, taller than the others. The mirror's face is concave, as if to pull in everything around it. We are going into this mirror. Let's go! Together, you step inside the mirror. Welcome to the Mirror World, or as it's known here, Roramet. That's the Mirror World spelled backwards. Do you see the eerie green? That is what happens when an image reflects itself. It takes on an eerie green. The more times a reflection is reflected, the greener it becomes. Just like this. That is pretty green. Thank you. Do not be afraid. Nothing here can hurt you. In the mirror world, the physical laws are upended. Am I really here? Or am I over here? Or am I over here? Perhaps it is all of the above. Or even nowhere at all. God, he's so much fun, what the heck? That's amazing. I thought you might be impressed. I have practiced these skills for ages. Centuries. It is not easy being green. Now come with me. The spookin' hour approaches. That's 3 a.m. in case you're wondering. Where are we going? We are headed to a brownstone. A walk-up I know quite well. The second floor apartment in a house going on 100 years. A student of the arts named Paul has moved in. He heard the rumors. The house is haunted, they said. He ignored them. This accent is getting more and more southern, I feel. The cost was worth the fear. Together, you and Spooky Peter fly through the void, passing countless mirrors in reverse, each peering into a life still being lived. Each mirror in the living world is actually a door. Staring into one long enough in the dark, or saying a spirit's name 3 times, that's like knocking. After a short trip through oblivion, you arrive at a particularly decorative mirror. A splendid haunt. Spooky Peter leads you through the mirror glass into a long hall lined with bricks on one side. There are still boxes in the hall. The mirror you step through is propped up against the wall. At the far end is a massive kitchen with original marble tile that does well to hide its age. Paul is sleeping. Let's get to spooking. Spooky Peter leads you through the closed bedroom door, where a man in his 20s is sound asleep on a mattress. He is snoring loudly. Spooky Peter floats to one shadowy corner by the open window, then motions for you to do the same. The curtain flaps over Peter's shadowy visage. He stands silently, hat bent slightly forward. He's just standing there. Should we flicker the lights? Patience, protege. The aim is to be a presence, not a nuisance. Spooky Peter stands motionless for several minutes. Wait, no, 40 minutes! 40 minutes of doing nothing but standing there. Finally, he moves away from the corner. Watch, protege, as I tighten the knot. Spooky Peter sinks into the hardwood floor. The old wood lets out a loud creak, creak, creak. As steady as a pulse. Paul is still snoring. Peter moves into the ceiling and starts to scratch. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Like raspy breaths. Paul is still snoring. Peter is starting to look annoyed. He floats over to Paul and peeks in his ear. Some sort of orange foam. It obstructs his ear canal, preventing him from hearing us. Again, I am thwarted by the progress of man. Scratch on the wall. You scratch with one nail, long and deep, above Paul's head. It leaves a long, vertical line in the plaster. Make it across. Excellent work, protege. Faith haunts him, same as ghosts. The fear this will sow brings me butterflies. I am proud of you, protege. Truly, you are spooky this day. Spooky Peter leads you back into the hallway mirror. Back through this weird mirror world of his. A fractal realm on the dull side of the Tane. What he said. Eventually, you reach the mirror that leads back to where you came in. Well, this is me. Thank you for your company. This was fun. I am pleased. Before we return to the physical world, I should warn you. Time behaves differently in the mirror world. What may have felt like hours was in fact years. A decade has passed since we began this date. I speak in jest. It's barely been the length of a talkie. The look of fear on your face. Spooky Peter spooks you good. He tips his hat to say goodbye. More dust falls off the brim. I guess I'll be seeing you. A breeze picks up and the rest of him blows away. Sorry about this one. Why sorry? That was fun. I like Spooky Peter. Alright, I have no idea how long that took. I'm going to hope it's a decent length for an episode. So. That was really fun. Maybe I'll play the rest of this on stream sometime. So, I will see you all next time.